So how is your ITGS IA a hybrid between the waterfall and the agile methods? And how are you going to get to be this happy ITGS student? Well, here's how it's going to work. Here's our criteria. Criteria A, criteria B. Criteria D, E, the product. Criteria C, what's that doing there? Criteria F. Okay, let me explain. So criteria A, that was when you did your investigation, your interview. That logically has to be locked away before we start to do the analysis of what it is that's going to solve the problem. Okay? So it makes a lot of sense that this is in a waterfall methodology, so one right after the other, and indeed that's what we've done. We've locked those away. Okay? Now after B comes what? You'd think C. Well, kind of. We're using Asana so that we're going to then use that in a sort of real-time way and then be able to use that to document the scheduling process that is criteria C. We'll talk about that in a second. This is really where we're focusing on now, and this is where you're going to be spending your work during the break. So this is your June, July time, because it's during that time that you've got the time to spend playing around, doing some planning, doing some making that, doing some learning of the software in a lot of cases, and creating your product. Okay, so this is a case of eye on the prize here. The prize is the product. Okay, so it's all about getting the product working. Does that sound familiar from one of these methodologies? That sounds like agile to me. Now, as you're making something, you're going to learn a little bit about it, and that's when you're going to be able to document these things in your planning. Okay, because you're going to be doing a little bit of prototyping, maybe you're going to make a little pilot version of something, and from that experience, you're going to be able to say, you know what, the best way to do this is like this, and you'll be able to sketch up a plan. So that's why you're focusing here on the product, okay? And as something starts to work, you're able to do some planning. That's criteria D, remember? Okay, your designs. So you're able to do the planning. Check the videos about planning, criteria D, to help you with that. As you're successfully making something, you're documenting that in criteria E. The next video is focusing on criteria E. So can you see that what would happen here? Let's say, for example, you're making a database. You're going to play around a little bit, learn something about making the database in Access and go, oh, you know what? That's what I'm going to apply to my IA. So you just take a little bit of time and draw up your plans. That's criteria D. Then you make it in Access, the final version of the product, and as you're doing it, you document it in criteria E. Now the ultimate aim, obviously, is at the end of this holiday, you have a finished product, you have a finished criteria D, and you have a finished criteria E. How are you going to manage all of that time? Through Asana, because that's very real time, very effective. You can check in with me, obviously, as well. And then we're going to formalize that in criteria C after the break. Okay? Criteria F is your user feedback, obviously. So that's how you're going to get yourself to be a happy ITGS student. And that is this hybrid idea of waterfall and agile. Okay? Next video is all about criteria E.